Um, yeah. So let's get into it. I also we always start with massage. Roll up my sleeves here just a little bit. So I am gonna do some massaging because I feel like I can really see and feel the difference. I have showered. I have already washed my face. But the point that I want to make here is that my skin is not feeling stripped. I can see where it's starting to get just like a little rosy and tight here, but it doesn't feel abnormally dry. That's a great indication that my skin is nice and balanced. Um, you'll always be able to tell kind of what skin type you have when you do exactly what I just did. When you can, kind of wash your face, cleanse your face, don't put anything on it for a while. If it starts to get really oily, that tends to mean that you're more on the dehydrated side, but you do have an oilier skin texture. Um, if it starts to feel really, really tight and dry, you can even see flakiness, and that's going to be an indication that you're on the dry side. And if it's like I was just saying, how mine still, of course, I want to apply my products, but it's still feeling pretty hydrated, normal. Like if I didn't, put any product on it to make it that way. Again, that means that we're on a normal and balanced side, which is always the goal. And if you're at any particular extreme end, like I said, the oily side or the dry side, then we'll start talking about a skincare regimen, and how we need to shift and change things to get to a normal, balanced side. So I'm starting with one of my favorite massage tools. This is like the cup here, a wooden cup. Now, you probably can't hear it, but it makes like a popping sound every time I kind of pull it away from the face. So when I do this gliding, it creates a bit of a suction to pull all of the blood flow, everything to this lymphatic channel and pull it out of the body naturally. Starting to see a little blood flow, even in my chocolate skin. It's getting cooler, even here in New Orleans. It rained so bad all morning and last night. So that's another reason why I have my hair tied up, because I had my hair full of curls last night. I was loving the big, pretty curls, and every single one of them fell out in that moist air that was out there last night. So didn't stay out long. I was definitely looking a mess. So right now I am looking at my hyperpigmentation right here. Um I have said for a while now that I don't have an issue with my skin being perfect anymore. I used to want it to just be completely flawless and perfect. What I have come to understand about my own hyperpigmentation, that it is something that I manage, that it is a journey, um, and it has a lot to do with hormones. Also, just heat in general kind of can inflame what we call melasma. But melasma is a hormonal thing. Um, I've talked a lot here about cycles and how hormonal cycles, our menstrual cycles for women, really affect what's going on with our skin. And so my cycle literally started this morning. Um, so I know that my hormones are being jerked around all kinds of ways. So being informed about what's going on with your skin, um, just helps you to manage expectations. Doesn't mean that I need to switch up my products right now or that I need to go get some type of extreme treatment, though I do love treatments. I just had that salmon DNA facial maybe probably about 6 weeks ago now. Still loving what it has done for my texture. Um, but I can definitely see where, again, this hyperpigmentation, this particular side, is a bit flared up at the moment. We'll see how it looks next week when Aunt Flo is gone. And yes, especially, I've been thinking a lot about menopause, being in premenopause. I got some information this week that technically menopause is actually one day. It is the day that your cycle actually stops after that full year of it not coming back at all. I don't seem to be anywhere close to that. Um, but in the perimenopause phase, we are experiencing like heat, sweating, lots of hormonal things. So I know a lot of the people who follow this are in their 30s and 40s. So we're all dealing with that, honey. And if you're younger than that, you'll get there. So I have switched up a couple things, a few products with my routine, not in like nothing major, but definitely some things I wanted to share with you because, again, I'm all about being almost rigidly consistent with your skincare routine. It's not sexy, um, but it works. That's what it takes to actually get your skin to that balanced state that I was talking about. So I am now using the Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser by CeraVe. Nice, simple, no actives in it whatsoever. Cleanses, hydrates, and removes makeup. Um, I have been using the La Roche. Hmm, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have been using the La Roche Posay. Yeah, Mela B3 cleanser. I'll show it to you as soon as I get this stuff on. Um, which had a lot more actives in it to help manage hyperpigmentation. I just made the connection that I hadn't been using that. I've been more focused on, again, getting my skin hydrated and balanced. And that could have an effect on why I'm just seeing a little more with pigmentation than normal. But that is a trade off that I am willing to deal with, especially as we go into the fall, further into the fall, closer into the winter. Things are starting to dry out. I always recommend cleansing for a full 60 seconds. Um, in this case today, I'm not going to do that because I've already cleansed my face. The purpose of me cleansing this now is just to get this oil off from the massage, but also to show you it's just a nice, foamy, creamy cleanser, simple, no actives. And I've really been enjoying the results from that. You know what? It's hot. Um, so especially after doing like lots of treatments, I started to notice, I said some little milia, um, basically more indications that my skin, I've been doing a lot. I have been doing a lot using retinols, nightly, just again trying to be really, really consistent with my skin, which There's nothing wrong with that. Getting good results. But sometimes psychologically, we haven't clicked in that we've reached the result that we want to be at. And so we're still doing all the things. And it's actually time to calm things down, calm down my whole routine again. Simple. Um, yeah, simplify my routine even more. So this is the Naturium Vitamin C Super Serum. I have probably bought this stuff 10 times or more. I love it. Um, it has vitamin C, vitamin A, which is retinol, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and salicylic acid in it. So I actually just, it keeps things balanced, but it also is just really nice and hydrating at the same time. Luckily, with this cycle, again, skin balance, body balance, they go hand in hand. So I didn't have any real hormonal acne or breakouts before my cycle started. And I've got a new moisturizer here. This is the Ultra Light Moisturizing. It's got SPF 30 in it. So it has my SPF right along with that moisture. It's probably a little too much, but I'm going to rub it on in. It doesn't have any white cast to it once I got it all rubbed in here. And again, it's just giving me enough hydration, especially for daytime. In the evening, I can use something a little heavier to keep everything nice and supple, but this is a great daytime. And like I said, it's got that SPF in there too, so I don't have to do an additional step. There we go. And that's really it as far as the routine. I've got vitamin C, which was my priority. I always recommend cleanse, vitamin C, that's your treatment, and then a moisturizer or hybrid moisturizer SPF. That's all you need for daytime. I did want to share a couple more products with you real quick, just that I'm incorporating into the routine now that it is getting cooler. Survey, this moisturizing cream, it has to have the pump on it. I got this information from, Maximum. Anyway, a guy that I follow on Instagram. Love his content, and it has been working. He is a dermatologist, um, student, nursing student. So highly believe in the information that he brings to us. But this cream moisturizing, baby, I'm using that on the body. It is got the skin so soft. Like it doesn't have any scent to it. Um, but right before that, I am using this cashmere body oil by EOS, which I do love this line. But you put the oil on it, it's on first. Your skin is still nice and hydrated, fresh out of the shower. You put this on, and then you go in with the moisturizing cream, and you'll literally be rubbing on yourself. You'll be rubbing on yourself because you are so freaking soft. And I am loving that, especially as a nice base for any fragrances too that we're gonna wear throughout the day. So just a nice base for everything to stick to. So yeah, I'm gonna take this hair down, child, blow dry it, flat iron it, whatever I need to do to make it work. I may even just wear a hat because it's still pretty moist outside. But yeah, just wanted to hop on, do the skincare routine, continue to stay committed in the spirit of beauty. We're all in this solo together. And we will hop back to the normal routine next week, 4:30 Sundays here for Turn Down Service. I don't even think I told you what my name was and all that, but by this time we're at the end, so it really doesn't matter. All right, y'all. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your self care. Continue to do all the things that make you the best you. Stay committed to it. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.